Okay, in the last session, we have discussed about what is a transaction. In Unit 2, we started the what is a transaction, what is a transaction flow, and what is and the steps involved in the transaction. So in the last class, we have discussed what is a transaction, what is the definition of transaction. So next, what are the different operations involved a particular transaction is performed. So these are the different transaction operation actions is performed when a single transaction is performed. Okay. Next point, we have discussed what is a transaction flow and how this transaction flow is executed from the user to the system. User నుంచి system కి మనం transaction flow చేస్తున్నప్పుడు how the user request a input and how the system will respond to the request and retrieve whatever information it wants. Okay, that is about the transactions flow. The transaction flow is nothing but the control flow is same as the control flow graph. It is transaction flow is completely depends upon the terminal controller. Here the main point when transaction flow is done, main point is user requests the input and that input receives by the CPU. That CPU, from that CPU, the terminal control will retrieve the information. So retrieve the forms which are located in the CPU, and that forms are processed by the terminal controller, and finally the result will be transferred to CPU, and finally the output will deliver to the user. This is the actual process that is followed in the transaction flow. So here terminal transaction flow is processed in the forms. Each forms contains several pages and that will have a records and fields. These are all we have discussed in the last class. Okay. So we will take a small example in the transaction flow. See here, this is a small example in the transaction flow here. So here what we are discussing here is, first the user will request the send a request to the terminal CPU. From the CPU, terminal control will retrieve the information and follow the processing is then done, and finally again it sends to CPU, then finally it reaches to the user. Here we are seeing a small example of transaction flow. Here user requests a request, user begins and a transaction starts from the birth and ends in the death. The transaction start it will start from the exit entry point and ends from the exit point. So whenever exit point is reached, the transaction is completed and all the information which is stored in the logs is clean up. These are the points that we have discussed in the last session. First aim just first user begins. The user will start the transaction. First user నుంచి మనకు రిక్వెస్ట్ అనేది వెళ్తుంది. So and they decided that this is the decision box which we have the yes or no options. We can go for cancel or we can go for process. Either we can go for cancel అంటే రిక్వెస్ట్ మనం పంపించిన తర్వాత ఇన్పుట్, no need of doing the process, మళ్ళీ మనం ప్రాసెస్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. We can go for cancel also. Here we have two options, yes or no. We can go for cancel or we can go for reorder. And then this is A, B, C, which are represented in circles. They are called nodes, which are represented as a connector from one to another. Okay, so this A node is connecting from the user to the CPU. First aim jarugutundantna, we are saying that user will send the request, CPU will receive that request. A request ni ever receive chestuntaramma, CPU request chestundi. So in between we are using a node that is called a connector between the user and the CPU. And S is another, B is another node, C is another node. C is another node. Okay, and D is another node. These are which are represented in circles are the different nodes which are used to connect from CPU to terminal, terminal to CPU, CPU to user, user to CPU. So ఈ మూడు parts లో అంటే user నుంచి CPU కి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు కనెక్టర్ యూజ్ చేసాం. It is used connects the user to the CPU, as well as B connector is used between the CPU and terminal, and the C connector is used between the requesting of the connecting to the terminal, and D connector is used between the terminal to the terminal controller to the again CPU, and finally we are using the finally we goes to the endpoint. So connector, these the connector symbols, these nodes are used as an connector between different operations. Okay, first the user starts from the begin, and he will decide to send input or not. Here, if he is not willing to access any information or willing to not to send any input to the CPU, then he can goes to the cancel, or he can go for the order, reorder దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళొచ్చు. So when he is proceeding to the order, first it receives by to the request receives to the CPU request కి receive చేసుకుంటుంది. So here we have P1, P2, P3, P4. These are all processors. These processors are used for request, accepting the request, order accept చేసుకోవడం, proceed చేసుకోవడం, ఇవన్నీ these are all done by the processors P1, P2 and P4. Okay, so P1, P2, these are all processors. A, B, C, D, these are all nodes. Okay, D1, D2, D3, these are all decision trees. So user sends a request to the request to fill some information or retrieve some information through online. So first it received by the request CPU, request order from CPU. If it will search, if it is already in processing, is before this request there is another request in processing, it will wait until the request is accepted. Valid a kaadani check chese varaku it will wait. That is P2 processor. When it is valid, then it will accept the order from the CPU. The request which is sent by the user, that will be accepted by the CPU. Then process the form. It is processed in the format of forms. Okay, process in the format of forms. These are the points that we have discussed in this. See, accept input, that is called birth. Valid input, if it is not valid, it is in waiting state. If it is valid, then process will be start. Okay, then process, that is represented in the flow graph. ఓకే, ఏదైతే మనం పైన చెప్పుకున్నాం ట్రాన్సాక్షన్, దాని ఫ్లో రిప్రజెంటేషన్ లో చేసేది ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఫ్లో. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈస్ ద స్ట్రక్చరల్ బిహేవియర్ దట్ విచ్ ఈస్ డన్ ఇన్ ది సిస్టమ్ లో మనం ఏదైతే జరుగుతుందో దట్ ఈస్ రిప్రజెంటెడ్ ఇన్ ది ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఫ్లో graph representation. Okay, so next, when it is accepted by the CPU, then it process in the form. Whenever it is represented in the forms, then terminal control is ready to take the forms from the CPU దగ్గర నుంచి forms తీసుకుని, always terminal controller process forms only. So that's why these forms are transmitted to the terminal controller. So what is meant by terminal controller is, a terminal controller is a device that connects traffic from a set of terminals and directs from to the concentrated. So ఏదైతే మీరు ఆన్లైన్ లో చేస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి, సో CPU మీ సిస్టమ్ నుంచి మళ్ళీ ఆన్లైన్ లో మనకి కనెక్షన్స్కి వెళ్ళాలి, ఆ టెర్మినల్ ఓపెన్ చేయాలి. కాబట్టి ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ మన CPU ఏదైతే మన సిస్టమ్ది CPU అండ్ త్రూ ఏంటి ఆన్లైన్, సో దీని మధ్యలో కనెక్టరే మనకి టెర్మినల్ కంట్రోలర్ గా యూజ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, దిస్ whenever the information is requested by the user, this request is accepted by the terminal. Whenever the terminal accepts that request, then it transmits pages to the terminal, and that pages will be open. If it is not, that pages are not there, then it goes to the waiting state. If it is there, accepted, that pages will be accepted. Okay, pages will be accepted. Accept field input, ఏదైతే ఇన్పుట్ యూజర్ అయితే మనం రిక్వెస్ట్ చేశారో దట్ ఇన్పుట్ విల్ బి యాక్సెప్టెడ్. నెక్స్ట్, if it is not a single page, it contains more than one pages, then process will be repeated until the searching process is completed. So if it is a single field or a single page, then it directly transmitted to CPU. ఆ ఫీల్డ్ ని మనం రిట్రీవ్ చేసుకుంటాం, మనం ట్రాన్స్మిట్ టు ది CPU. If is not a single page, then more number of fields అనేవి మనకుంటే, then decision will again goes to the recursion process until మన పేజెస్ అన్ని సెర్చ్ చేసే వరకు రికర్షన్ ప్రాసెస్, ఫీల్డ్స్ అన్ని సెర్చ్ చేసే వరకు రికర్షన్ ప్రాసెస్ కు వెళ్తుంది. సో రికర్షన్ ప్రాసెస్ ట్రూ అయితే కనుక ఇట్ విల్ కనెక్ట్ టు ది C node and will, if it will search, if is not matches, it waits, otherwise it is accepted. It is accepted. If the field is accepted, then it goes to process P7. Again another page is there, then process will be repeated. This repetition will be done until fields are all completed. Okay, whenever the fields are all searching completed, then finally that information is transferred to the CPU. First user to CPU, CPU to terminal controller to, again the final will goes to the CPU. So CPU will transmits the transmit the answers to the CPU. ఏదైతే మీకు ఆన్సర్స్ మీరు కావాలనుకుంటున్నారో, రిట్రీవ్ చేసుకున్నారో ఆన్సర్స్ ని, దాన్ని CPU కి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేస్తుంది. సో CPU will wait for the CPU confirmation until it does not send to the user. Whenever the answer is sent to the CPU does not send to the user. అవుట్పుట్ గా సెండ్ చేయదు. ఇట్ విల్ వెయిట్ అంటిల్ కన్ఫర్మేషన్ వరకు వెయిట్ చేస్తుంది. వెయిట్ ఫర్ CPU కన్ఫర్మేషన్. ఇఫ్ CPU is confirmed, accept CPU కన్ఫర్మేషన్ అండ్ ఇట్ చెక్స్ వ్యాలిడేషన్, కరెక్ట్ దా కాదా అని చెక్ చేసుకుంటుంది. వ్యాలిడేషన్ విల్ బి డన్. ఇఫ్ ది వ్యాలిడేషన్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ట్రూ, వ్యాలిడేషన్ లో మనకి సాటిస్ఫై అయిపోతే మళ్ళీ ప్రాసెస్ విల్ బి స్టార్టెడ్. అగైన్ C node కి కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. Okay, see again C node, it will connected to the C node, process will be start. So if the validation is true, then more pages in search as here, more fields. See the difference between fields and pages. See here, forms will contains pages will contains fields. When your request is sent from the user, it will convert to the forms. In that forms, it will searches in the fields. If more fields are if multiple fields are there, repetition process will done. In single page, it will check different fields. After the page is completed, that information can be there in another page also. So that it will check the page number 2. This repetition process will be done for the pages also. So here more pages will be checked. If the more pages are there, then process will again go to B node, and again it sends to the terminal controller, and the process will again starts. Again terminal control receives the form. Next it will search in that page, in that fields, in the page lo fields ni search చేసుకుంటది. And if the result is find out, then it will send to the CPU. Okay, CPU more pages will set. After completion of all pages, the final report will be sent to the user wants review. If you want to give if no pages are there, if more pages are available, then the recursion process will be complete. Repeatedly recur the same process. If more pages are not there, then it will go for the review process. If you want to give any review, then we'll set the review. If it does not want any review, then death state will be received. Finally it goes to the death state. This is the whole process that will be followed when a single transaction is done. So this is the structured behavior of a transaction. So see here, transaction flow takes the structural and behavioral model of a system. ఒక సిస్టమ్ యొక్క structural behavior model represent చేసేదే మనకి transaction flow. This is the structural behavior. This is a behavioral model of a transaction flow. Okay, so this is the representation of transaction flow. Okay, Indu Sai.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it is clear. The diagram is clear to you?
Yes, ma'am, it is clear.
Yeah, it is understanding.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can is the flow is understandable to you or not?
Yeah, it is understood, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Shall I go to the next topic? First of all, note down this transaction flow diagram. So in this transaction flow diagram, once again, I'm repeating while you are noting, please once again see what are the points that I am discussing now. So in the transaction flow diagram, the users begins the starting birth point is done by the user, and then the user will decide whether it has to be followed or it has to be cancelled. If you want to search or if you want to fill any information through online, it has to send a request to the CPU. This, if the request is not available, then it goes not available. Until it is available, it goes to the waiting state. If it is available, the CPU accept the request and it process in the forms. Whenever the form is whenever the form is formed, then this form is retrieve the information from the information by the transmitted control. So transmitted control will receive the whatever request is given by the user in the format of forms. Then searching process will be started. Whenever searching process will be started in the forms will contains the pages contains the fields, but the information which we want to search will be in the fields. So fields kabatti man fields loki veltam for searching process. Okay. So it will check every field. So until the if the one field, if field is not if a field is not searchable, then it's go to the waiting state. If field is searchable and field is recognized, then it goes to accept field input. If it has multiple fields, then searching process will be done on all fields in the pages. Then repetition process will be done, and after completion, that answer will be transmitted CPU. This CPU will again sends to the again confirm the whatever information is passed from the transmitted control. Then CPU will confirm that information and accept that information, and finally it will send to the user. It will check it is valid or not. If it is not valid, then the process will be start again and will goes to the C node. And if it is not it is valid, then it goes to more searching for more pages. And if there is no more pages, it only contains only single page, then it go for review. If the review is want to set, if you go, we can set a review, or we can go for the death set. This is a transaction flow diagram. Okay, next we will see what are the different processes, what are the different nodes are used in these transaction flow diagrams. Okay, when transaction is to be initiated, whenever the transaction is started, it will goes to the process one, request from the CPU. CPU దగ్గర నుంచి రిక్వెస్ట్ ని యాక్సెప్ట్ చేసుకుంటుంది. దట్ ఈస్ డన్ ఇన్ దిస్ డయాగ్రామ్ బై ది ప్రాసెస్ 1, P1 ద్వారా జరుగుతుంది. And then central process accept the form in the P3. If there is no waiting stage, it will goes to the acceptance is done by the process 3. P3 ద్వారా మనకి అంటే P3 అనే process will accept the CPU. Then P4 process the forms. Okay, then the characteristic of transaction was shown by using a decision box D1 to determine whether they cancel or process further. The decision DDs D1, D2, D3 are used to do the decisions whether has to be processed or not, whether the decision is whether you have to continue this process or you have to cancel this process. These all done by using the decision trees. Okay, these decisions are handled by the terminal controller. These decisions are all controlled by the terminal controller. Next, PY transmits the page to the terminal. So finally, if process the forms, then it goes to the terminal. That is done by using the P5. So P5 will transmit the page to the terminal controller. ఓకే, ఏదైతే టెర్మినల్ మీరు ఓపెన్ చేస్తున్నారో ఆ టెర్మినల్ ని ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది. సో నెక్స్ట్ D2, D4 or the again a decision box whether to form needs more pages or not. If you want the more pages, then D2 and D4 will decide whether you have to search in more pages or not. Again, D3 is also a decision tree which is used to decision for the structure of the form to validate the input. Okay, D3, see here, D3, this is again a decision box is used to check the validity of the input, validity of the answer, what is got by this, what is transmitted to the CPU. If it is valid, then it goes to the next page. That is done by using the D3. If necessary, the user reviews, then we will go for P12. P12 processor is used for reviews. If you want to go for any reviews, if you want to set any reviews, then it will then it is done in the P12 process done by the P12 processor. Finally, the central computer then transmit the diagnosed code back to the terminal controller in P level. After reviewing, if you want to set any review, we will set, or after reviewing, the transaction flow is closed and the exit operation is performed. Finally, these are the operations that are done from entry to the exit entry to the exit. Okay, is it clear? Next, usage. Where usage means where it was used, where these transaction flows or where transaction flows are used, where it is necessary to use. Transaction flows are necessary to specify complicated systems. When these transaction flows are generally used when there are complicated systems like online reservations or airline reservations. Next, online transactions, when multiple users or multiple systems are using, then these transactions plays a major role, and these transactions flow so is very compulsory to use, is necessary to use these transaction flows. See, transactions flows are necessary for specifying complicated system. Generally, it is used to specify complicated system. So especially online systems, big systems such as online reservation systems has thousands of transactions flows. ఎక్కువ transactions flows ఉన్న చోట మనకి transactions flows అనేది యూజ్ అవుతుంది. These flows are represented with simple flow graph which is easily represented. Why we are going for transaction flow graphs means, so to make it easy to represent it, which the flow of graph, the flow of representation, ఏ పాయింట్ నుంచి ఏ ప్రాసెస్ నుంచి ఏ ప్రాసెస్కి వెళ్ళాలి, ఏ ప్రాసెస్ నుంచి ఏ ప్రాసెస్కి వెళ్ళాలి అనేది ఈ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ flow representations ఈజీగా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తుంది. That is the main usage of the transaction flow. Okay, so the next is implementation of transaction flow. How this transaction flow is implemented, how this transaction flow is used, in which way it was used. Okay, transaction implementation of transaction flow. Transaction flow implementation of transaction flow is represents the design system and control system and the associated database. Generally, ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఫ్లోస్ అనేది మనం దేనికి యూజ్ చేసుకుంటున్నాము, ఏదైనా ఆన్లైన్ ప్రాసెసింగ్ జరుగుతున్నప్పుడు, ఆన్లైన్ రిజర్వేషన్స్ అన్నాను, యూసేజ్ చెప్పండి చూడండి, ఇక్కడ ఆన్లైన్ రిజర్వేషన్స్ అంటున్నాను. నెక్స్ట్ అన్ని మనకి సంబంధించింది ఏంటంటే ఎక్కువ హ్యూజ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ డేటా ఉన్న దగ్గరే మనం ఈ పర్టికులర్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఫ్లోస్ అనేది గ్రాఫ్స్ అనేది యూజ్ చేసుకుంటాం. ఎందుకంటే దెర్ ఈజ్ ఏ డేటాబేస్ కనెక్టివిటీ, అసోసియేట్ డేటాబేస్ కనెక్టివిటీ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఈ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఫ్లో అనేది దాంట్లో ఎక్కువ రిప్రజెంట్ చేసుకుంటాం. చూడండి, ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ ఆఫ్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఫ్లో ఈజ్ రిప్రజెంట్స్ ది డిజైన్ ఆఫ్ సిస్టమ్ కంట్రోల్ స్ట్రక్చర్ అండ్ ఇట్స్ అసోసియేటెడ్ డేటాబేస్. ఆ డేటాబేస్ని ఎలా మీరు రిట్రీవ్ చేసుకుంటున్నారు, దాని డిజైన్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది అని చెప్పేదే మనకి ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ flows. Okay, generally these transaction flows are represented in the form of tokens. Tokens ka oka transaction flow ni meer giyalante, the structural behavior of the system ni meer giyalante, they should be represented in the form of tokens ka represent cheyali. For example, we are mentioning some information like transmit, accept, input, valid. These are all tokens. These are all tokens are represented in, these are placed in the transaction control box. For example, see this is a transaction flow graph. This is a transaction flow graph. ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఫ్లో గ్రాఫ్కి ఎప్పుడు మనకి ఇన్పుట్ నుంచి వాల్యూని ఇన్పుట్ నుంచి రిక్వెస్ట్ని రిసీవ్ చేసుకున్నాం, ఫైనలీ ఇట్ ఈస్ అవుట్పుట్కి మనం సెండ్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే, సో దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ టోకెన్స్, ABCDE, దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ టోకెన్స్ అవుతాయి మనకి. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ టోకెన్స్ ఆర్ ప్లేస్డ్ ఇన్ ఏ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కంట్రోల్ బాక్స్. దీస్ బాక్సెస్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ ది ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కంట్రోల్ బాక్స్, దట్ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్. సో ఈచ్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఈజ్ రిప్రజెంటెడ్ బై ఏ టోకెన్. ప్రతి ట్రాన్సాక్షన్, ఎన్ని ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ చూడండి, ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనకి టోకెన్సే అవుతాయి. ఓకే, దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ టోకెన్స్. ఓకే, ఈచ్ టోకెన్స్ ఆర్ రిప్రజెంటెడ్ ఇన్ ఏ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ బాక్స్. దట్ ఈస్ ఓకే, ఈచ్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఈజ్ రిప్రజెంటెడ్ బై ఏ token. Transactions are placed in transaction control blocks. Transaction control blocks are placed according to their flow. For example, A is a transaction control box, A is a token placed in one control box, B is a token that is placed in one control box. Iyanni tokens anukunte the flow should be has to be placed according to the transaction. ఏదైతే మీరు ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ చేస్తున్నారో ఆ ఫ్లో బట్టి the transaction has to be placed. For example, see in this diagram, first in this diagram, first actual process ఏంటి మనకి రిక్వెస్ట్ రావాలి, రిక్వెస్ట్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత CPU will accept that request, then it will send to the terminal control. This is the process actual. అలా కాకుండా రిక్వెస్ట్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత టెర్మినల్ కంట్రోల్ directly does not receive any request from the user. That is the flow also very important while you are representing the transaction flow. So that is the point here mentioned. See, this transaction control boxes are placed according to their flow. Either flow undo, according to that flow it has to be placed. So generally the transaction flow graph is pictorial representation. So generally is a photograph pictorial representation ga untai. Okay, so transaction flow control is not a control structure program but control the structure of the system. So మీ సిస్టమ్ కంట్రోల్ అంటే ఏదైతే సిస్టమ్ ని మనం రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తామో, ఏదైతే ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ మన సిస్టమ్ లో ఎలా జరుగుతున్నాయో, దట్ ఈస్ ద బిహేవియర్ ఆఫ్ ది సిస్టమ్ అనేది రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, see, this is a transaction flow graph. Here what are the different tokens? What are the tokens in this transaction blocks flow diagram?
Yes.
Is it visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what are the different tokens that are there in transaction flow graph.
Class Prajanan, ma'am.
Wait a minute. Okay, here what are the different tokens are? What are the different tokens in these particular graph are A, B, C, D, E. These are all different tokens. Input and output, these are all different tokens which are placed in a transaction control boxes, and the flow has to be done in transaction control diagram is the flow of this particular transaction flow diagram is first the input will be sent to A token, and then B, then followed by the C, then from C it can go for D or E, followed by D or E, and finally it will reach the output. This is the representation of the transaction flow graph. See, the transaction goes through input processing and then passes through process A. First input process nunchi manki it will transport to the A, then A passes through process B. A నుంచి మనకి ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తుంది? ప్రాసెస్ B. This is the flow. It has to be done like this only. According to this flow only, the transaction will be done from input to the output. So if we are not specifying A after B, A after E ని స్పెసిఫై చేశారంటే ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఫ్లో అనేది మనకి చేంజ్ అయిపోతుంది. ఇన్ దట్ పాయింట్స్ లో అదేగా చెప్తున్నాం. ద ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ కంట్రోల్ బాక్స్ ఆర్ ప్లేస్డ్ అకార్డింగ్ టు దేర్ ఫ్లో. ఆ ఫ్లో ఎలా ఉండాలో బేస్డ్ అపాన్ ది ఫ్లో ఓన్లీ. ఏ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఎలా జరగాలో ఆ బేస్డ్ అపాన్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఫ్లో బట్టే ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు బి రిప్రజెంటెడ్ ఇన్ ది గ్రాఫ్ ఆల్సో. సో ఈ పర్టికులర్ గ్రాఫ్ లో ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఫ్లో గ్రాఫ్ లో ఏం జరుగుతుందమ్మా, ఏ నుంచి ఇన్పుట్ నుంచి ఏకి వెళ్తుంది, ఏ passes to B, B passes to C, C transaction then passes from either D or E, and finally it reaches the output processing. So finally the output processing reaches. This is the transaction flow graph. So అదే మనకి particular example లో కూడా మనం చెప్పుకున్నాం. Particular. So see, so it starts from user and ends to the exit. This has to be done like this one. ఈ ఫ్లో అనేది మనకి ఇలాగే ఉండాలి. ఆర్ ఏదైనా ఫ్లో మీరు చేంజ్ చేశారనుకో, ఏదైనా ఫ్లో అనేది మనకి చేంజ్ అయితే ద ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ could not goes to the end state. End state లో మన కరెక్ట్ ఇన్పుట్ అండ్ అవుట్పుట్ అనేది మనకి రాదు. దట్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఫ్లో హ్యాస్ టు బి డన్ like this. Okay, this is about the transaction flow graph. So coming to the next class, we will discuss about what are the different complications that will be arranged when you are using a transaction flow. What are the different complications? What are the different types of transaction testings? So next class, we will discuss this all. Okay. So meanwhile, once see this topic again, what is a transaction? In the morning, in last class, we have discussed this all topics: transaction, examples of a transactions, and followed by the transaction flow. Next one is the diagram, how the transaction flow has to be executed, and these are the different points that related to the transaction flow, and how, where it was used when the transaction flow where it is necessary to use the transaction flow, and how the transaction flow has to be represented. So then ela implement cheyali, flow ela anedi మనం represent cheyali అనేది. సో ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఫ్లో అనేది మన టోకెన్స్ లో రిప్రజెంట్ చేయాలి. ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఫ్లో లో ఏదైతే మీరు తీసుకుంటున్నారో ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఈచ్ హ్యాస్ టు బి రిప్రజెంటెడ్ ఇన్ టోకెన్స్. దట్ టోకెన్స్ హ్యాస్ టు బి placed in the transaction control blocks, and finally these all transaction control blocks has to be placed according to the flow, and these are represented in the pictorial representation. And transaction flow finally represents only the structure of the system, control structure of the system, not the control structure of the program control ila rayali program ee particular transaction flow lo program ila rayali anedi undadu ee transaction ee flow, but only system ela execute avutundi, structure of the system ay untundi. Okay, control structure of the system, it controls the structure of the system. According to this only the transactions will be executed. Okay, this is about the transaction flow graph. Okay, so all of you note down these topics, all of you note down this diagram. First of all, note down this diagram.
PTA P1.
What are the tokens are there in this particular transaction flow?
A, P1, P2, P3.
Okay, next. Okay, you can unmute. So in this particular graph, once listen all of you, in this particular transaction flow graph, what are the different tokens are there? P1, these A, B, C, D, these are all not tokens. They are all only nodes. They are connectors which are used to connect different nodes, different tokens ni connect cheyadaniki they are used. They are not tokens. Here the tokens are evemi tokens antarante they are P1, P2, P3, P4, next P5. These are processors. These are all tokens. Okay, and decisions valid more, these are all tokens. These are represented in some their control box. A1, S, B, A, B, C, D, these are all not tokens. Okay, they are all connectors only. Tokens on, that's why I'm saying that tokens are represented in each transaction represented by tokens. So A, B, C, D, these are all tokens. Okay, so input output is also a token. These are all placed in control box. A, B, C, D ఇవేమి మనకి టోకెన్స్ అవ్వవు, ఇవి ఓన్లీ కనెక్టర్స్. దేని నుంచి యూజర్ ఏదైతే యూజర్ మనకి రిక్వెస్ట్ సెండ్ చేశారో దట్ యూజర్ నుంచి మనకి సిపియుకి కనెక్ట్ చేస్తానికి, నెక్స్ట్ గ్రాఫ్ రిప్రజెంటేషన్ లో యూజ్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఈ నోడ్స్. ఎక్కడ చూడు ఇక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఐ హావ్ నాట్ మెన్షన్ ఎనీథింగ్ అబౌట్ ABCD. ఐ హావ్ మెన్షన్ అబౌట్ ప్రాసెసర్ P1, ప్రాసెసర్ P3, P4, P12. I have discussed only the points about processors and D1, D2, D3 decision trees. Even in discuss చేశాను. I have not mentioned anywhere in ABCD. దీని గురించి ఎక్కడా నేను మెన్షన్ చేయలేదు. That's why it is not a tokens. They are all connectors in the graph. Because if the page is more, we cannot connect from one page to the another page. ఒక page నుంచి ఇంకో page కి we does not connect into the they are connected by using the connector. They are done used by the connector. Okay, once note on this topic. Okay, A, B, C, D are all not connected. First confirm that one.